Now, how I did the blood on the sigil was after putting it on Leon's forehead here, I then continued to speak intentions, and then I dabbed some of the blood from Leon. Hello, beautiful creatures. Welcome to my channel. I am Aradia, the Witch of Dark Light, and I hope you all are doing well. I am making this video to go over the process of what I did to create this Servitor. And I know I've done a couple of videos talking about my Servitor, Brutus. So I have created a brother for Brutus, and I want to share with you that process. I mentioned it earlier in one of my last few videos, and I spoke about the preparation and getting ready to create the sigil, and it was going to be housed in another gargoyle. So I want to share that process with you. So I have my notes here. Well, it's not really notes. It is kind of the birth information, if you will, of this Servitor, in which I can actually do a birth chart for and everything like that. So let's get into that process.
Can't have one without the other, the dark without the light.
All of these things that I'm going to mention, there really isn't a order. So how I'm going to present it to you, this is not necessarily the order in which you have to use to create your Servitor. Because one attribute that you would like to your Servitor to have may make you think about another thing that you want to add to that Servitor's personality, if you will. So what you're essentially doing is creating this personality and creating what that Servitor will like, its attitude, its presence, what it looks like. And this is all depending on whether or not you're just going to create a sigil, or if you are going to house this Servitor in an actual item. And for me, that would be the gargoyle statue that I have. So this is the first thing you want to do. You want to decide whether or not this is going to be just a sigil, whether this is going to be something you create in the astral, or if this is going to be a physical item that you are going to house the Servitor's energy in. So I've created a sigil also that represents this Servitor. So I have a sigil and the statue that the Servitor is now housed in. He has been born. So what you want to do, the first thing that I did was I channeled a name, and this Servitor's name is Leon. And I thought that was very, well, no, because my other Servitor's name is Brutus, and that also is very mundane. But this is what I heard. And, reading about it, Leon is associated with Leo, the lion, that kind of energy. So it's strength, royalty, justice, pride, masculine. So, and I'm looking, again, like I said, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at everything that I wrote in my book for Leon. And both Leon and Brutus will carry the last name, Dark Light. So his name is Leon Dark Light. So you want to give it a birth date. What date would you like it to be created on? And that would be its birth date. And you can take a look at the upcoming celestial alignments, the day. I wanted my servitor to be associated with Mars. So it has the Scorpio zodiac, and we have some heavy alignments with Mars, activating Mars currently. So this is another reason why I wanted to do it now. So my Servitor zodiac is Scorpio, and its planet is Mars. And so you want to do that. You want to think about, okay, its birthday, what is its zodiac I want it to be associated with? What planet would I like it to be associated with? And because I'm creating, so let's backtrack a little bit. The purpose of this servitor is to protect and kind of warn, protect and watch over me when I sleep and astral travel. So I created it for this purpose. I let the servitor know this is your purpose, to watch over me, protect me, and send out a warning when danger is near. So I gave it a warning. So when you create it, you want to be really detailed about what the purpose is and what it needs to do to warn you or give you that signal. So the signal for me is, since it's a gargoyle, that screeching gargoyle sound, to be able to awaken me out of my sleep, out of the astral, if danger is near. So that is the purpose of this gargoyle. So I wanted it to, the servitor. So I wanted it to be aligned with these Mars energy. Then the next thing that I did was create a feeding pattern. So I didn't want to do this feed it daily. So I created the servitor to be fed once a month. And what you want to do is set the time that you want to feed it. You can feed it physically, you can feed it in the astral through meditation, and visualize like some energy going to it. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to be more physical. So I created it so that it can be fed with a candle and frankincense resin. So each time, once a month during the full moon, I will light this tea light candle, sprinkle some resin, and let that candle burn. And when the candles burn out, the servitor is sufficiently fed. So you want to think about how to feed your servitor. The next thing I did was kind of give it some attributes that it would love, and attributes that would represent it, like the dark crystals. It loves dark crystals, and it is associated with the element water because I wanted to work with the astral in my dreams, and also associated with copper. So all of these things, when you create a servitor, you want to really think about these things. And I gave it a number, like you have a life path number. I gave it a number and I broke that down by its birth date. So you want to think about all of these things when you create a servitor. So after putting all of this together, giving it its name, and all of these attributes, its birth date, it was time to awaken and birth Leon. So what I did was I said meditation and um, began to speak the intention and call forth the energy of Leon, thinking about all of these things that I have written down. And then I spoke an incantation, and it was essentially a birthing incantation, letting awakening Leon's energy and charging the sigil at the same time. And while I did that, I fed it with blood. I know I mentioned in the other video that I was going to feed it with sexual fluids, but I decided to feed it with blood instead to give it life. So I pricked my finger while I was speaking the incantation, and I dabbed Leon's forehead. And at that moment, this is the moment when I touched his forehead with the blood that it has been awakened. So at that moment, Leon was born. So Leon Darklight has now been created as a servitor to protect and watch over me in my astral, in my dreams, and to warn me and guard and protect while I am asleep. Also, I forgot to mention, I also dabbed some blood. Now, how I did the blood on the sigil was after putting it on Leon's forehead here, I then continued to speak intentions, and then I dabbed some of the blood from Leon, and then I dabbed it onto the sigil. So kind of like his energy within the blood by that moment, and then I put it on the sigil to help charge and awaken the sigil and connect the sigil with the servitor. So I'll share a B-roll of the sigil so that you can see what I did. But yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. I wanted to share with you because I did let you know that I was doing it, and I was going to share with you the process and share with you when it was created. So yeah, Leon Darklight is now a part of my family, my servitor family. So that is it for this video. Until the next video, I love you all, and into the shadows.